Well, hey, kia ora koutou whānau. Welcome back to the Drive Time Show. As we all know, or may not know, I'm not sure whether you know this or not, but too many of our clothing is actually ending up in landfill. And this contributes to pollution of papatuanuku. Not only is it having an impact on our environment, but it's also impacting on, the old pūtea, our wallets. And with the current climate of inflation, this kaupapa is a not to miss event. And I've actually got Queenie online with us right now. Kia ora, Queenie. Welcome to the show.
Hey Leah, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. You're welcome. Hey, firstly, and I can see that you're actually in your shop right now, which is so cool. You run a shop in Motorua. What is it all about? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I guess it's called the Style Council, and I guess it's a pre-loved clothing boutique of sorts. Yeah, so I think that speaks for itself. It's good quality, well-priced, affordably priced clothing. I stock women's wear, menswear, clothing, accessories, footwear. So we have a bit of everything here, which is really cool. I really love that about the shop. So it keeps me busy.
Yeah, I bet. And you're actually going to be running a really cool kaupapa, which I've actually been to one of these before, and I thought it was just super amazing. And you've got a clothing swap coming up next month. What exactly is a clothing swap? How does that work?
I guess a clothing swap is an opportunity for people to get rid of clothing that is reasonably good quality, but has just been sitting, they've lost the passion to wear it. So it's just an opportunity for them to get rid of clothing that they no longer find joy in wearing, and hopefully finding some clothing that they're absolutely going to love. So yeah, that's the concept behind it. You bring along up to 10 pieces of clothing and swap it out for up to 10 pieces of clothing, new clothing. So yeah, I'm hoping that it goes off pretty well. There is a door fee, but it's a non-profit event, so all proceeds will go to charity.
So you're pretty much saying that the clothes you can bring in, you can swap up to 10 items and take home 10 items if you wanted to. That's
right.
Oh, well, for free pretty much, because you're really only paying for the door fee, right?
That's right. I mean, that's a bargain. That's a total bargain by anyone's standards. $5 for a complete wardrobe of clothing, new clothing. You couldn't get that anywhere else. Seriously. So, and I think it's great timing. People are really feeling it in their wallets at the moment, and I think it's another avenue for people to divert their clothing from landfill. It's being reused and recycled, and finding a new home and being appreciated by someone else. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Oh, cool. And when is the event taking place?
Saturday the 20th of May. I'm having it at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church Hall on Hanui Street in Fitzroy. There's ample parking, street parking, and it's just a really cool space. Like these changing rooms, and it's just a cute little hall, and I'm sure it will more than satisfy the event's needs on the day.
Oh, fabulous. I love it. I'm already loving the sound of the old swapping of clothing, because I mean, for me, well, with my friends, I feel like we're not all the same sizes. So going to something like this, you no doubt there'll be different sizing and people coming through with different clothes that you may not have seen before, which is always that's always a plus.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely encouraging people to because I like all sorts. I like retro, vintage, high street, like label, whatever.
Yeah.
Plus size especially, I think it's great. So, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, but this stuff's quite old, no one's really gonna like that, bring it along anyway. You'd be really surprised on what people are into. I mean, I know I'm surprised on a daily basis with whoever buys whatever in my shop. I just think, oh, no one's going to touch that, and next minute it's gone. So it's interesting. It's a really interesting environment, thrifting, and so just bring it along. It doesn't matter as long as it's clean and it's in reasonably good condition, not torn, not worn out, no rips. I'm open to it.
I think that's so cool that you spoke about whatever, bring in whatever as long as it's clean and no rips, no torn. And if you saw this piece that you wanted to grab it and wear it, that it would be in great condition. And it actually makes me think about I actually follow a few vintage Instagram pages, and oh my goodness, some of the clothes go for real expensive, right? Like vintage is like so expensive these days. So
it is really expensive. You have to, but some of it's worth it. Like some of it,
right.
You're looking at the holy grail. You have to be. Like I have a grading system when I'm pricing clothing, and it's not only about the piece. It's like, what condition does it come to me in? Where does it come from? Is there a story behind it? Is it in good quality, or do I have to repair it? And there's a whole range of factors that I think about when I'm pricing stuff. So I'm sure they're doing the same thing. Like they've picked this item up somewhere and just thought, this is the holy grail, like it, and it's worth this much. Like people know how much their clothing's worth, and some people want to recoup that cost. So. Some of it's expensive, but then some of it's pretty special too. Like you have to fork out for the good stuff sometimes.
Yep, I get it. Totally get it. Yeah, exactly. Hey, speaking of special, have you ever come across any pieces in your clothing shop that have a story behind it? Like a really cool story behind it?
Oh, definitely. Because I accept donations as well. I accept all sorts. I don't tend to grade clothing when people drop them off to me. I just gratefully accept it, and if it's not suitable for the shop, I pass it on to another group that I know of.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, like I always ask, and most time people are willing to tell me what their stories are behind their clothes, and I just think it's really cool. Like I accepted a wedding dress end of last year. Gorgeous, totally gorgeous, pristine, brand new, still had tags on, and
Wow.
like the first thing that comes into your mind is like, oh my god, like didn't they get married? As you're thinking of a sob story straight away. And thankfully this dress hasn't been jinxed with a sad story, but the woman that gave it to me said, no, not at all. Like this young girl was actually looking at a number of wedding dresses, and she bought that dress. She had no choice but to buy that dress because she was just visiting town, and she thought, if I don't get it when I get back to my hometown, I'm not going to be able to find it. It will be gone. So she just bought it. In the end, she didn't wear it. She didn't need it. So I have it, and it's still hanging up, and I'm still looking for a home for it. But it's beautiful. It's totally gorgeous.
Well, there you go. There is a wedding dress, brand new, at Queenie's shop in Moturoa. Just putting it out there, everyone. Ready for that special, beautiful wedding day. Hey, what would be your one sustainable tip for our listeners out there, our viewers out there who are wanting to save pūtea, all their clothing from ending up in landfill? What would be your one sustainable tip?
One tip. Check out what you've got. Check out what you've got. You know, maybe you just need to change the buttons. Maybe you just need to sew a brooch on it. Maybe you need to cut off a colour or shorten the sleeves, or you know, just little things like that. Like guy shirts, for example. If I like a guy shirt, and I'm a bit of a tomboy, so I do like men's shirts, but if I really like one and it doesn't fit me, I will sew up the sides so it fits.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, and I sew up the sleeves, so it fits me, and I get to wear it and enjoy it, and otherwise it would just be sitting on my rack. So just things like that. If you're nifty with a needle and you've got a bit of imagination, I mean, there's tons of things that you could do to brighten up an item that's been sitting in your wardrobe for a while. You know, you just got to give it a go.
I love it. I love that idea. I didn't even think of changing out buttons. That's a pretty simple one, but that's a really cool one too. I love that.
Yeah.
What a cool idea. Oh, awesome, Queenie. It sounds like it's going to be an epic event, an awesome kaupapa, of course. And for more information, they can just go to Facebook and find all the information there on the swap. So all the very best, Queenie.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for joining me today.
Leah. Thanks for having me.